Lumberjack here. It is opening day of Wisconsin's 2022 deer season, gun deer season. As you can see, I'm pretty bundled up. It is pretty chilly out today. It's supposed to be a high of 20 with some pretty good winds, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. So it's been pretty windy this morning. It's a little after 8 o'clock. I have not seen one deer yet. I did hear right at daylight, right at shooting time, I did hear a deer blowing down in the field behind me. I don't know what it was blowing at. It would have been upwind for me, so it wouldn't have smelled me at all. And it's pretty far out, a couple hundred yards down in the field. So yeah, there's been some shooting, some distance shots, a lot of distance shots, but not any shots real close yet. I do know that the deer usually start running around 10 o'clock. I think that's when people more or less get up, start walking around or whatever, but we will see. Like I said, it's a pretty cold, windy day. I do have my heater bodysuit on. However, my hat fell off. My knit hat fell off. It's at the bottom of the stand right now. I had just got my bodysuit on and my hat fell off. So yeah, note to self, here's a lumberjack tip for you. A lumberjack hunting tip. Always pack a spare hat in your backpack, just in case. Tomorrow I will have an extra hat. But at some point I'm going to have to climb down and get that hat because you do lose a lot of body heat through your head. So I will climb down and get that hat put back on, and hopefully I'll see some deer soon too. I did see some turkeys earlier. They're walking along the ridge top over here. But as of right now, it's pretty quiet. The gunshots have slowed down as well, so I will check in later, guys. Alright, good morning, guys. Lumberjack here. Day 2 of the Wisconsin gun deer season. I did forget to mention in yesterday's video that here where I'm hunting we do have snow. It's not very often that we have snow for opening day anymore. So yeah, I've got a couple inches on the ground. It's making for a nice deer hunt so far. Yesterday I saw 2 deer from my stand. And then when I walked out at the end of the day, there was a bunch of deer out here in this cornfield. That's where I'm sitting today. So day 2, I have seen 10 deer so far, all does and fawns. The first 4 cut the corner from my old gun stand. I cut the corner and went into the woods over to the neighbors. The other 6 came off the ridge right in front of me here. I'll show you quick. That ridge top there. Does and fawns, 6 does and fawns came off that ridge, came out. Excuse me. They come out and eat some corn and work their way off. So it's been, as far as gunshot wise, after about 9 o'clock yesterday, it's been pretty quiet. I'm not sure, just the same thing we go through every year: lack of hunters, lack of pressure. Yesterday was pretty windy and cold. I did stick it out for the whole day. But today's a nice day. It was 9 degrees when I came in. It's supposed to warm up to about 30, so it should be a decent day. Packers don't play, so hopefully people will stay out and get some deer moving around again. Just trying to get a shot at, there's a 10 point that's been running around, been showing up on my cameras for a couple weeks. Hopefully I can get a good look at him, get a crack at him. I will take a doe if I need to. I do need some meat. I will take a doe if I get a good shot. The ones this morning were about 200 yards. I didn't want to take that far of a shot. But if it comes down to, I will if I have to. But that's all I have for a check-in day 2, Wisconsin deer season 2022. Good morning, guys. It is day 3 of the Wisconsin 2022 gun deer season. It's about 8:30 this morning. I have seen one small deer so far. I do have to say it is the complete opposite of yesterday. Yesterday, I saw about 60 deer, 60. Not sure how many of those were repeats or whatever, but I did see probably 5 different bucks, all scrubs, except for one decent little 8-point. Obviously, I'm not gonna shoot that 8-point. He's 2.5. Weather-wise, it's supposed to be warmer today, mid to upper 30s. I do have a west wind today that's blowing right in my face, right in my ear ball. So it's kind of chilly, even though it is warmer than yesterday. I feel colder than yesterday, but it will warm up, and we'll see. We'll see how long I stick it out. If I see deer like I did yesterday, I'll probably stick it out all day. Otherwise, I'll just sit back and enjoy the scenery. Like I said, it's going to be a decent day, weather-wise. If I could have half the action that I did yesterday, it'll be a good day again. Otherwise, I just sit and wait for a decent buck to come by. And like I said, I do need some meat. If I get a good chance at a doe, decent shot, I will probably take it today. But it's got to be a good scenario. I don't want to take a pot shot at something that 200 yards away. Not that desperate to wound something, so I will take an easy meal if I get it. I'll check in later, guys. Alright, guys, day 4 of the 2022 Wisconsin gun deer season. Yesterday, day 3, I did hunt to about 11. I saw 11 deer, all does. 10 of which they were kind of, something had either spooked them or pushed them. They were headed, running westbound. There was a west wind yesterday, so obviously they're going to run into the wind. Hunt to about 11 o'clock yesterday. Today I came out at 11. It's going to be warmer today. High of upper 30s. So it's actually really nice right now. Hardly any wind. I have seen 11 deer before I even sat down. I walked in slow. There were a couple out in the field already eating, a couple fawns. And then there were some turkeys on the field. The turkeys obviously see me coming. They kind of ran up into the woods, spooked some deer up. That deer kind of headed northeast. There's kind of a west to a southwest wind today, but there's not much at all, not much wind. So the plan today is hopefully get these deer to come out, since it is a nicer afternoon, come out and get a bite to eat out in this cornfield. The 10-point that I'm chasing, not a huge buck, but the nicest buck I've been getting on camera. If he gives me an opportunity, I will shoot. I did get him on camera early this morning. I did get a buck on camera as I was walking in, kind of looking down into the field, hopefully not at me. Like I said, there were a couple of fawns out in the field already. He couldn't smell me. The wind was not in his favor. So I'm hoping he didn't see me and get spooked. He's been hanging around. It's been a couple weeks now. He's been hanging around. I keep getting him on camera. We'll see what happens. Kind of a cat and mouse game with him right now. Not hunting super hard, but I am putting in some time sitting on these field edges on a food source. So hopefully it pays off. Today is Tuesday. I don't want to jinx it, but I have shot a lot of deer on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. That's what I did last year. That's what I've done over the years. I'm hoping it doesn't come down. Hopefully today's my last day. I can hopefully tag out today. But if I don't, then it looks like it's going to be Wednesday again. That's all I got for chicken. Alright guys, literally the last minute of the light, literally last minute light, I just had a good buck step out. I shot him. It's got to be about 200 yards, 180, 200. I'm covered up in deer right now. There are deer over to my right. There are deer in front of me out in the cornfield. I dropped the sucker in his tracks. I'm pretty sure it's that 10 point. He was the last deer to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 13 other deer out in these fields right now. I'm standing here talking and they're not even spooked. I'm gonna go up, walk up to this buck. I'm pretty 99% sure it's the 10 point that I've been after. And it's literally last light. I mean, I kept looking at my phone, and I know what time I have till, and it was last minute. I'm telling you right now, last minute. So yeah, let's go find the buck. I don't have to find him, I know where he's at. I'm gonna turn this like I did last year. Turn the phone. Oh, I can't even talk. I'm so pumped up right now. The deer came out. I said earlier in one of my earlier videos, sitting these edge of the fields here. It's gonna pay off. They gotta eat. And all right, let me grab my gun. I don't need it. In fact, I won't even grab it because it's after legal time now. So let's go walk up to this buck. Let's go get him. Alright, I am literally sitting in the same spot as last year. Look, oh, there's right there. I got deer out there. They're just eating. They don't care. Just eating. I got one over here. Look, there's more coming. Check my binoculars quick. It doesn't matter if they're bucks or does or. over. Sorry about this, guys. Alright, let's go. I got deer all over the place in these fields. Just eating, and there's the corn. They don't care. Oh, no, they're spooking. Yeah. When I say legal time, I had 1 minute, literally 1 minute to spare. If this is the 10, I got them on camera. I got them on camera when I first came out today. It was almost as if he was looking at me. Up in those woods there, I have a camera, and there's a little guy right here. But like I said, you came out. I'll say it again. I had 1 minute to spare when I pulled the trigger. I had to get a good look in the scope to see if it was a decent buck, and I could see that it was. And then I had to wait for him. He was standing behind another deer, so I had to wait for him to clear. Then I pulled the trigger. All right. I'm looking at him. He's still alive, guys. I don't know how close I want to get. Maybe I spine him. I don't want him to run off, obviously. I didn't bring my rifle with me, but let's see how close we can get here. Yeah, he's training. He's down, but he's still alive. So I'm gonna cut the video here real quick. All right, guys, Lumberjack here. You saw my video from last night. Took a shot at a buck right at legal shooting time, and he went down. I thought he was dead. I walked down towards him. You see where he started walking towards him, and he popped his head up. So obviously he's still alive. So I went back, get my gun and knife. I was gonna come back and just probably slice his throat to, finish him off. And he got up and ran. Obviously I was sick to my stomach, but I knew I hit him, and I knew he was hit hard because he was laying like he was dead. So I followed him into the woods. I kicked him up again. I ran after him, hoping, I don't know what I was hoping for, just hoping that he would just fall over dead. So I listened to where he last went. I kind of heard where he was. Knew I need to get back out this morning. Excuse me. Got back out, found a couple of spots where he had gone in the woods and fell down a couple of times, or at least I thought he was dragging. I thought I maybe put a bad shot on him. And then lost blood. just kind of guesstimated where he might have went. We gave up. We could not find any more blood. Even though there's snow, there are tracks, thousands of tracks. There's no way I was going to find this deer without blood. I got Lumberjack Jr. out to help me today. So we decided to, that's hunting. Sometimes you lose them. And I was already sick to my stomach, gave up, ready to just call it quits. And I took a turn. I thought, well, I'm just going to kind of walk up a certain way. And as soon as I did that, I saw one little speck of blood. So, I don't know which way to go. So I did a circle one way, nothing. Kind of went back and drew a straight line from where the blood was in the other direction. And I walked a little bit. I found one little, I thought was blood. Not 100% sure it was. But there was a trail. So I followed the trail a little bit, and there he was. He was still alive, believe it or not. Still alive. And then I obviously put him out of his misery. So, yeah. They say don't give up. You cannot give up. I gave up, and I still was able to find him. Just took that one little speck of blood to get things moving again. So, I guess without further ado, let's take a look at him. He's not the 10 that I thought he was. I guaranteed it. I was 90% sure it was him. It's not. It's an 8-point. A decent 8-point. It's not a monster by any means, but I'm pretty happy with him. So let's go ahead and turn the camera on. We'll check him out. Lumberjack Jr. Want to hold his rack up? Get a decent look at him. The gun is unloaded, folks. And like I said, not a monster, but he'll do just fine in my household. We need the meat. We got lots of meat now. I just noticed right now he's got a double throat patch. That is pretty freaking sweet. You don't see them very often. And I know I don't have this buck on camera. I've never seen him before. But he stepped out right at last. Literally, I said it 1,000 times. Last freaking minute of the day that I had to shoot. So, yep, that's what I got. Let's see, what is this? So this makes officially day 5, Wisconsin gun deer season. I said it yesterday. I kill a lot of deer on Wednesdays before Thanksgiving, and here we are again, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Same thing I did last year. So I guess maybe from now on I'll just don't go out until Wednesday. But if you know me, that's not going to happen. So I'm signing off. This is 2022 Wisconsin gun deer season. Another successful hunt.